From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Evening Edition.
We're going to shut down the summit because you're not inviting us to the table.
Now at 6, as world leaders get ready to descend on San Francisco for the APEC Summit, how thousands of protesters are trying to send them a message. Plus, we're just days away from the summit's most high-profile meeting, how other APEC nations plan to take their cues from President Biden's sit-down with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Good evening, I'm Andrea Nakano. Brian has the day off. After a dry summer and a relatively mild start to the fall, we're finally in line for some real rain. The timing of this, though, is somewhat up in the air. First Alert meteorologist Darren Peck has been tracking this, and the picture is becoming a little clearer, right, Darren?
Yes. Dre, we're close enough now to the storm that we can see it on First Alert Doppler, the leading edge of it, and we can start visualizing the first bands of rain using the high-resolution forecast models, which are usually fairly reliable. And for a storm that's been real difficult for the models to get a handle on, that's a good thing. Let's see how it looks. We're going to take it from where we are now. You see that leading edge right there? That's the very beginnings, the cold front of this system. Watch what happens as we play that forward. It appears as though that would get here and give us rain, only it doesn't. It gets pulled backwards. One very good example of how odd this system is. And then we get the first bands of rain from an unexpected place, closer towards the center of the system. Here's the timing on that. That's tomorrow night, after sunset, 9, 10 o'clock. We see the leading edge of showers, primarily at this point focused on the North Bay. It's not heavy downpours, but it's certainly going to be widespread rain should it play out this way. And there's been some consistency now in these high-resolution, short-range forecast models that this starts Monday night in the North Bay. But then those bands of rain are going to get pulled back out to sea. And then we're going to be in about a 4-day period where we watch the finicky nature of this system and try and time out individual bands of rain. It's going to be tricky. It's going to be complicated. We're going to look at that, at least what the latest, best information is on this important week, coming up in the complete First Alert forecast in just a few minutes. See you in a bit, Andrea.
All right, Darren, we will see you then. All that wet weather will hit at some point during the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit, known as APEC. Tens of thousands of attendees from 21 countries are expected to be here in San Francisco this week. Today, it wasn't rain, but protesters who flooded downtown. And as Dahlin explains, there are a number of messages they are trying to get across.
Dozens of grassroots organizations formed this large coalition of demonstrators to march to Moscone Center. There are anti-war groups, labor groups, climate groups, women's rights groups, and many more. Now, from the city standpoint, this is another opportunity to prepare for more protests when APEC is in full swing later in the week. Protesters marched down Market Street saying no to APEC. They believe world leaders will make trade deals that will increase corporate profits and harm families.
They are funding human rights violations left and right, whether here at the summit or every day in the meeting rooms that they're in. And we say, we're watching you, and we're going to put a stop to it.
Claire Valderrama Wallace brought her 12-year-old son Dante to join the march.
Our youth know that they are powerful, but the people in those rooms, they want our youth to not know how powerful and brilliant they are. And the solutions are always with the masses who are most directly impacted.
Many families say they're marching for their children and future generations. Specifically, they demand better climate protection policies and human rights in Asian countries. They're also calling for a ceasefire in Gaza.
This is what's going to guarantee our children and many families out there a better future.
Protesters started their day rallying at the Embarcadero Plaza and listening to speeches. They marched to Moscone Center later in the afternoon.
Our family's futures are not for sale. No to APEC. People over profit.
There were no corporate leaders or big events at Moscone Center for day 2 of the APEC conference. Some senior APEC officials met at the center on Sunday. The CHP and San Francisco police have a lot of experience dealing with protests, but this week their handling of the demonstrations will be watched by the world.
Catch the attention of the world leaders that are meeting today. This is sort of considered the Super Bowl of, the corporate heads of state.
As for Claire, she doesn't think APEC is good for the regional economy. She wants world leaders to listen to their concerns.
Make the You're not inviting us to the table, and you're utilizing DEI language to manipulate the masses into thinking this is good for us.
No major issues, a peaceful protest so far. Many protesters say they'll return and protest all week long, rain or shine. Now, rain is expected later in the week.
Now, while APEC is going on, there will be plenty of street closures in effect throughout the city this week. Here's a look at what to expect. Most of the shutdowns are around Moscone Center. You can also expect closures around Nob Hill and along parts of the Embarcadero. There's also an event planned for the Legion of Honor. If you are driving in and out of the city, there's going to be some closures on 80. Take a look at your screen. On Tuesday, one lane of the Bay Bridge will be closed in each direction. And on Wednesday, they're closing the 4th and 5th Street off-ramps. Fremont Street will be open for westbound commuters, and eastbound commuters can exit at 8th Street. APEC is happening 1 month after 5 world intelligence officers, including the head of the FBI, warned about cyber attacks from China. They were at a meeting at Stanford's Hoover Institution. They all said the theft of intellectual property is hurting tech companies.
They have a bigger hacking program than that of every other major nation combined.
If you are working at the cutting edge of technology today, you might not be interested in geopolitics, but geopolitics is certainly interested in you.
Intelligence officers say China does not try to hide their intentions to gain technological advantages. They say U.S. and its allies have to work together to combat the threat. This Wednesday, President Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping are set to meet face-to-face both in San Francisco for the APEC Summit. As Max Darrow explains, even though that isn't the focal point of the summit, all eyes and ears will be on that meeting.
The last time President Biden and President Xi Jinping met face-to-face was a year ago at the G20 summit in Indonesia. The past year has shown there is a lot of tension between the two global powers. Both leaders aim to bring stability to U.S.-China relations. The Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, or APEC Summit, will bring both President Joe Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping to San Francisco, where they're slated to have a meeting on the sidelines of the summit here in the Bay Area. The world will be watching on, as U.S.-China relations have deteriorated in recent years. And that includes the rest of APEC's 21 member economies, says UC Berkeley's Distinguished Professor of Political Science, Vinny Agrawal.
And I must say, a lot of these countries and members are very concerned about the fact that the United States and China are always seem to be at loggerheads, and they're trying to figure out what they should do.
President Biden and President Xi are expected to discuss numerous topics like reopening military communication channels that have been cut off, fentanyl production, security tensions, ongoing wars, managing competition, and more. Though this is a highly anticipated meeting, there are low expectations it will produce major breakthroughs on some of the heated issues, like trade and Taiwan. But the fact that the two leaders are set to meet, says Agrawal, is a positive sign.
We've seen a downward spiral in U.S.-China relations. I think the fact that President Biden is going to meet with President Xi will help maybe bring a bottom to that downward spiral, and we'll start going back up in terms of cooperation.
Back to the rest of the member economies of APEC, Agrawal sees the timing of the summit as an opportunity.
I think this gives them a chance to actually get together and talk some sense into the United States and China, because they're all these middle-level countries and middle-sized countries, and some of the small countries are highly dependent on the Chinese market and the American market. And they'd like to know that there's not going to be this massive trade war where they will actually be the biggest losers.
This meeting will be the 7th interaction the two leaders have had over the course of Biden's presidency, and the 2nd time they'll meet in person. This is President Xi's first trip to the United States in 6 years.
There are plenty of other important diplomatic meetings happening this week. Today, U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen met with Mexico's Finance Secretary. You can find more information to help you get around APEC, including interactive maps, on KPIX.com. Bay Area families are rallying, calling for a ceasefire in Gaza at the Oakland Federal Building this afternoon. Local parents say they are demanding federal officials stop funding Israel's attacks on civilians. Kids and adults here created art, played instruments, and sent messages of solidarity for kids in Gaza.
The message is that the children of Gaza deserve to live, and that children and families in America are going to stand up for them and make sure that happens. Whatever long-term solutions our people want. It is not being served by mass slaughter of children, and that needs to stop right now.
The Palestinian Health Ministry says more than 11,000 people have died in Gaza, along with 1,200 Israelis killed in the October 7th Hamas attack. Stay with us for the latest developments in the conflict on the air, on our CBS News Bay Area stream, and on our website, kpix.com. People in Pleasanton can expect to pay a lot more for their water. The City Council approved to increase water rates earlier this week. The original proposal called for a 3-year hike. Instead, City Council changed it to 2 years. The new proposal calls for an increase of 30% next year and another 12% in 2025.
I don't think it's that huge amount of money because the actual water rates are only a small part of your overall water bill, because the water bill includes sewage and other things.
Pleasanton runs its own municipal water company and says it's necessary to keep up with growing costs and growing demand. Well, CAL FIRE in the North Bay is rolling back staffing from their peak fire season levels. This means the CAL FIRE Hawk helicopter will be leaving Lake County. The agency says while the current wildfire threat is low, if that changes, they will go back up to peak staffing. Vallejo police are investigating a shooting that left a man dead last night. It happened at around 8:30 near Broadway and Alabama Streets. The victim died at the scene. No word on any arrests in this case. This is Vallejo's 21st homicide of the year. Also in Solano County, a memorial on Mare Island honored more than 500 submarine crew members who lost their lives in World War II. During World War II, Mare Island served as a submarine berth where crews built and repaired the vessels. 575 crewmen and 2 submarines were lost at sea.
They gave their lives, and their bodies never came back. They're in what are considered, graves of the sea, and most locations known only to God.
The memorial started 17 years ago when one vessel built in Mare Island was discovered in the waters north of Japan. In Southern California, here's the aftermath of a fire that broke out under an Interstate 10 overpass in downtown Los Angeles. This all started yesterday morning. Officials say a pallet yard caught fire and spread to a second pallet yard, destroying several cars, including a fire truck. A mile-long stretch of the 10 freeway was shut down near interchanges with several other freeways, including I-5. The stretch of freeway will remain closed indefinitely as authorities investigate the cause of the flames and crews work to repair the damage. Governor Newsom declared a state of emergency last night in an effort to help speed the cleanup. But in the meantime, police say there is no estimated time for reopening the interstate. In Washington, a much different kind of shutdown is looming. Congress has until Friday to pass a spending plan and avoid a government shutdown. It's the first major test for new House Speaker Mike Johnson. This weekend, Johnson unveiled a plan for 2 stopgap funding bills. The first bill would extend money for veteran programs, transportation and housing, agriculture and energy until January 19th. The second would fund the rest of the government, including defense, until February 2nd. The bills do not include any major spending cuts, but they also do not include any extra funding for Israel, Ukraine, or the U.S.-Mexico border. If the government does shut down, millions of federal employees won't get paid right before the holidays. The last shutdown was in December of 2018, and that lasted for 35 days. Well, thank you so much for watching. 60 Minutes is coming up next, and we will see you back here at 11. Good night.